Some people spend their whole lives trying to prove they're healed. But healing, it's funny. It's like a seed trying to convince the tree it already became. It doesn't need to prove anything. It just grows quietly beneath the soil until one day it simply is. And maybe somewhere inside you, something has already begun growing again. Not because someone approved it, but because life itself decided it's time. You might notice that strange loop. The wanting not to care, and caring about the wanting. It's like chasing your own reflection in water. Every movement makes more ripples. And the clearer image, it comes only when you finally stop trying so damn hard to see it. Because when you zoom out far enough, you realize every part of this, your doubt, your fear, your craving for approval, it's the same energy, expressing itself in different masks. You've never been separate from your wholeness. You've just been using labels that trick your mind into thinking you are. Science might call it neuroplasticity. Spirit calls it awakening. Either way, the pattern rewires when awareness touches it. An awareness, that soft, steady observer that watches even your self-doubt without judgment. That's the real healer. That's the frequency upgrade everyone talks about. The nervous system remembering how to relax into its own rhythm again. You see, intuition isn't some magic radar. It's the biology of listening. When you stop running mental interference, you start hearing the quiet nudges of your own deeper intelligence. That's why the moment you stop trying to earn peace, your breath gets deeper. Why? When you stop chasing signs, synchronicities, they start showing up everywhere. Because reality has always been mirroring your inner vibration. Scientifically, that's resonance. Spiritually, it's divine conversation. Same phenomenon, different vocabulary. Now imagine just for a second, you really stop proving everything. What happens then? You become an invitation. Others start breathing easier around you because they feel your permission to be real. That's how light spreads, not by preaching, but by being. If you don't do this, the loop continues. Every judgment becomes a chain. Every hesitation, a missed note in the song that your soul has been trying to hum. But the moment you act from authenticity, whether that means speaking your truth, creating something imperfect, or laughing too loud, you become the medicine someone else didn't know they needed. Let's call it a frequency upgrade, if that language fits. Every thought of self-acceptance literally shifts the chemistry of your body. More serotonin, less cortisol. Cells listen to emotion like children listen to tone. So when you whisper to yourself, I'm already enough, the biology believes you, eventually. That's the science behind the magic. And maybe you've already noticed sometimes, when you stop fighting the fear, it softens. Because fear's only job was to protect the version of you that didn't yet know your own power. When you thank it, it relaxes. And suddenly, intuition has room to speak again. So, what if being weird isn't rejection, but recognition? What if mad just means too alive for their rules? What if every criticism was just another chance to anchor deeper into who you actually are? Because when you don't need their applause, the universe starts giving you resonance instead. You begin to meet people who don't need you smaller. Opportunities that fit the shape of your real energy. Peace that doesn't need to be performed. Each breath, each thought, each choice, it's a micro-alignment. A signal to your subconscious that says, yes, this is the new normal. That's how spiritual activation happens, cell by cell, moment by moment. You can't force it. You can only allow it. And as you do, you begin to notice the same energy that used to fuel anxiety now fuels creation. The same sensitivity that used to feel like weakness becomes your superpower of empathy. The same loop that kept you stuck becomes the spiral that carries you upward. So maybe the next time you catch that old loop whispering, but what if they don't like me? You just smile. Because you'll remember, that's just the sound of an outdated frequency dissolving. And beneath it, the silence of knowing hums like a galaxy. You don't need to try to be enough. You can just notice that you already are. And maybe from this place, everything starts unfolding a little easier. As though life was just waiting for you to stop performing and start remembering.